Hello, I'm here with Mr. Ron Underwood of the Chamber of Commerce Leadership Class. Mr. Underwood, thank you for being with us here today. And why did you join the Chamber's Leadership Class?
Well, a couple reasons. One, I'm kind of new to Metcalfe County. I moved here in 2014, opened up a business this last year, Southern Wood, that's in Summershade, and I wanted to know the community better. So I know Summershade fairly well, or some of my friends may not say that's the truth, but I'm learning more about it, and I think kind of being semi-retired, opening a business, want to know more about the county and how I could help. So the Chamber's been gracious enough to offer these leadership trainings that give us exposure to agriculture today with the school system. We're going to look at businesses, so all aspects of the county, and it's an enrichment period for me.
Lots of good information and opportunity coming out of the Chamber. If you had to say, what would you say is the most beneficial aspect of being a part of the Chamber's Leadership Class?
Well, the exposure, because I think we're limited in what we see. So if you just pick up the paper and read the paper, go to the diner and hear the local story, you're not getting the whole picture. A big eye-opener today to see how much is going on here at the school system, how broad the resources are, how engaged with the community the school system is, the preparation for life that the students are getting was a big eye-opener for me. So, you know, my conception of or perception of what was going on here locally was what I grew up with, right? Kind of traditional school. You go to school, you go home, and you get a job. Things have changed quite a bit, and it's exciting. So for me, I think that all gets me to start thinking, well, how could I help the school? How could I utilize the resources myself? If I want to do something in my business, how might I participate with the school to help them, given my skill set and my history? So the leadership training allows me to participate more and maybe help the county more. And
behind all of these different things that the Chamber covers, there's so much more there than what anyone could ever see at the first glance.
Oh yeah, I mean it. Well, and you know we're all biased from where we came from. So I came out of last 15 years living in Cincinnati. Now I'm in a small rural community. Big difference. You know, we only got one traffic light here, and there was 50 within a minute of me at my last place. So coming here and being able to participate, you know, and sense more of the cultural spirit. You know, so when you talk to people here, it is much more of a community feel, and so when you're with the chamber, able to grasp on that and see how we can all work together, more of a family type of atmosphere.
And that's really one of the many perks of living in a small area such as our own. Everyone's so connected.
Yeah, you know, I love to tell the story. My father, who passed away a couple of years ago, had a bad accident with his tractor. It rolled off a trailer, rolled into a ditch. Went to the diner that morning, told what he had. Within 15 minutes, everybody showed up. They got his tractor out, moved it on. And nowhere else in the world does that kind of stuff happen, right? Where you got friends that have enough equipment, they have the know-how, and they're willing to come help. And nobody wanted anything for it. It's just the way the community reacts and supports each other.
And that's all very true, part of the small town feeling. Well, we'd like to thank you very much, Mr. Underwood, for coming and talking to us today.
Well, thank you for the time, and I appreciate it very much.
All right, thank you. Hello, I'm also here with Ms. Gay Shaw of the Metcalfe County Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being here and taking the time to talk with us, Ms. Shaw.
Thank you for having me.
So today, there's been lots of exciting things going around with the Chamber's Leadership Class coming and taking a look at the school. Can you tell us a little bit about the Leadership Class and what it's all about?
Yes. In 1999, we discovered that surrounding counties had leadership programs, and at that time, Western Kentucky was facilitating the program. And we had people from there that came to Metcalfe County and gave instruction on agriculture, tourism, industry, healthcare, education. And we met, the first class was at Edmonton State Bank meeting room, And the class stayed there and had different people come into the room to speak on these different subjects. We did that for 2 years. And then I was talking to someone from another chamber about their leadership program, and they said they had a waiting list. And I said, how do you build excitement for leadership? Because it was sitting in a classroom one whole day, learning about these things is good, but it could be a little monotonous. And they said, we go on field trips. And that was the key. Now, instead of sitting somewhere and someone talking to us about these things in our community, we go like a field trip. Mm-hmm. And today is education. We're going to visit all the schools. We've had Agriculture Day where we visited different farms. We will have a government day in February where the class will go to Frankfurt and see state government at work. And I think in January is Industry Day. And what's so interesting about this is no matter how long you've lived in Metcalfe County, you're going to learn something that you didn't know. I've been on almost every session since 1999. We do it every other year. And every session I learn something new. And it's just an amazing program. And I invite anybody that's interested to call me and sign up for the next class.
There's a very big, wide range of areas there, and even though we're in such a small, close-knit community, being able to learn more about it is always a good opportunity. So you said that you've been involved in this from the start. What inspired you to get involved in this and start this program?
Just that almost every county in Kentucky has a leadership program, and we didn't want Metcalfe County to be left out.
And now we see where it's grown and become such a great thing today. So if you had to pick, what would you say is the most beneficial aspect of the leadership class and that it gives to its participants?
Getting to know more about the community, seeing what we have to offer, because a lot of people just don't realize all the many benefits that Metcalfe County has to offer. And then you make lasting friendships. These people are from all different avenues of life. And they might have never met before. But going through this program for it's basically 9 months, then they meet new people and make new friends.
And those kind of connections are invaluable and can last a lifetime. Well, we'd like to thank you very much for not only your time today, but also everything you have done with the Chamber to serve Metcalfe County. So thank you very much, Ms. Shaw.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much for having me.